Welcome to Remedy Place, the world's first social wellness club. I'm so excited to give you a tour today. Come on. So Remedy Place is the world's first social wellness club. You know, we're a whole entire club that's centered around holistic self-care, and we're made to enhance your health and your social life at the same time. So what I mean by that is we're not like a spa where you go and isolate yourself in each room. Everything here is made to do with somebody else. And although you can do by yourself, we'd rather do it with others. So, one of everyone's favorites, these are our hyperbaric chambers. Right now, we're the only place in the country that has these models. Traditionally, they look a little scary. They almost look like these submarines, and they can be really intimidating. So, with our whole entire philosophy of being designed to heal, we wanted to find a way to make them more aesthetic. We also wanted to find a way to make them more affordable. In a hospital setting, these things can get really expensive. But what I found in my practice was, these things are so powerful, and I wanted to find a way to bring them mainstream. And these things, they speed up every biochemical healing process in the body by delivering more oxygen. So simple things like jet lag or hangover, we can speed up that recovery really fast. Or if you just had surgery or were training too hard, these are one of those powerful tools that we have in the club. And it's not just about going in it, it's about the experience when you're in there. So we professionally recorded a guided meditation that will tell you what's happening in your body. Or, you can listen to a podcast a day. If you have to be on a conference call, we're not gonna tell you what to do, The goal is to shut off, but, if you need to multitask or you wanna watch your favorite show, you can also do that as well. And, what you'll notice through the club, is we're designed to heal. It looks nothing like a clinic or a spa, and there's a lot of science and, psychology that is behind that. When you walk into a hospital setting, there's a thing called white coat syndrome. This is really where you have a negative physiological response from the moment you walk in the door. And if you're trying to heal and you go into an environment that's stressful, it's kind of counterintuitive. So everything here, we wanted to make sure that everything that applied to your senses really enhanced your physiology to start healing from the moment you walk in the door. On the left, you have 3 infrared sauna suites, smallest, medium, large. And then this is our group sauna suite. An infrared sauna is a little bit different than a traditional sauna. So when you go in a regular sauna, you're sweating, you can last 10, 15 minutes, you're dying, then you have to get out. When you test the sweat on someone leaving a regular sauna, it's just water and minerals. When you're in infrared sauna, it's a red light therapy that penetrates into the body, up to 2.5 inches, and basically makes you sweat from the inside out. So you can last almost 45 minutes to an hour. You're just profusely sweating. And then, when you test the sweat on someone leaving an infrared sauna, it's water's minerals, just like a regular sauna, but it's also heavy metals. So it's one of the best ways to extract out the heavy metals out of the body. And then when all your pores are open, you walk over to the shower, and then we have a vitamin C infused shower head that will dose the body in vitamin C and rapidly bring the nutrients into the body because your skin is your biggest organ. And then we have this topical olive oil that you put all over your skin that's rich with all of these vitamins, and then you're honestly glowing. You can burn up to 500 calories in the session, stimulate collagen production throughout the entire body. Any aches or pains, they're minimized. You just feel absolutely incredible. As we get back here, we get to our first cold element. This is one of the biggest hits of the company. We're the first place in the world that has a commercialized breathwork ice bath class. So just like you'd book into, your favorite workout class, you'd book into a breathwork ice bath class. And this happens every 30 minutes in the club. It's 11 minutes of intense breathwork. Then you pick a song, and then you're coached through up to 6 minutes in the ice cold water. It's not like a traditional spa where it's in the 50s. These are 39 degrees. So it's probably the coldest water that you've ever been in, but you feel like an absolute superhuman. There's no better feeling than when you step out of the tub, and even though I hate the cold, I am actually obsessed with this. You're gonna sleep incredible, your body's gonna be buzzing all day, You're gonna get a huge dopamine spike, which is the hormone that makes you happy. And it shows you that you're in control. It shows you that this is a mind over matter. And if you can get through this stress, you can get through any stress. And this is really the whole entire, understanding and the process behind adaptation training, is being able to put your body in a stressful situation and find ways to remain calm. And then the physiological response is incredible. So people love doing this, and I personally like to do it at least, 2 or 3 times a week. As we get back here, this is our second cold element. This is our cryotherapy chamber. So this is something that you can do every single day. It's 160 below zero. It's a flash freeze. And a lot of times people will wonder, what's the difference between the ice bath and the cryo? The ice bath's, a little bit different because water conduction and air conduction are a little different. Although this is negative 160, this is gonna change your skin temperature a lot more than the ice bath. But the ice bath, because the water conduction is gonna penetrate deeper into the body, the ice bath's gonna change your core temperature more. So the physiological effects are gonna be greater in the ice bath, but, for what I like to say, are a substitute for my morning coffee, this is no better way to wake up, and you honestly feel incredible. And it's only 3.5 minutes. You go in, pick your favorite song, and then once again, you're buzzing and ready to go for the rest of the day. So people are always wondering, what's going on in the back, because they see this cloud of smoke, and it's always fun because, sometimes when you're on a tour, a guest is coming around the corner, they get hit with that cold air. But I promise you, I do that almost every single day, or the days that I don't do my ice baths, and it's just the coolest way to wake up. This is our movement element. So this is a blend of chiropractic, physio, and Chinese medicine, all within one treatment. So instead of going to 3 different doctors and 3 different philosophies, this is one doctor, one philosophy, but 3 treatments in one. So it takes care of the joints, the muscle, and the fascia. I promise you, this is the best manual work that you'll ever get. And this is what Remedy Place was really built on. I had my private practice, and this was the signature treatment. And I had 100% success rate for any patient that ever came to me saying they had to get surgery, and this is it. Because at the end of the day, to be pain-free is really just to find ways to properly move. And this is the fastest way to get every part of your body moving properly. As we come back here, this is our Chinese medicine room. We do our acupuncture and our cupping, and also our Chinese medicine doctors also prescribe the right herbs. Really just to put your body in the best state possible and to give you, that holistic remedy that you need. Now, as we come around the corner, this is where we get into all of our alternative medicine, from your chiro to your acupuncturist to your naturopath. And this is where we really get to the root cause and really figure out what is going on so that we can fix it. So as we come up here on our left, these are our IV suites. In here, instead of expensing a steak dinner and a bottle of wine, people can come here and take a meeting. Same thing with a date. But here, we're gonna be putting great things in the body. So unlike other places where you go in and just pick off a menu and then have a nurse administer the IV, every IV here comes with a consult with our naturopathic doctor. And this is important because we're really gonna try to understand what's going on, what you're feeling, and then prescribe the right nutrients to start fixing whatever it may be. And it's also social. So these are the doubles, and then we have some singles up here. But picture this is, the perfect date spot, or where you can have a meeting, but we're just putting something better in the body. In this next suite, you're gonna see our Balancer Pro. So this is an FDA-approved medical device out of Europe, and it's medically proven to flush out the waste products in your body. So picture it almost like a blood pressure cuff that goes over the entire body from your feet up to your chest, and it starts at the feet and it wrings you out over and over again, almost like an internal squeegee. And the coolest thing about this is you'll go in it for an hour, and then you walk over to the bathroom and you instantly urinate out the waste. And by testing the urine, this is how we can actually medically prove that it's flushing out the waste products in your body. So, things build up in the lymphatic system when we're stagnant. So think of it as almost just like pushing through the dams of the body and giving it a really nice flush. So not only will you be flushing out those toxins, but you'll be able to flush out a lot of that unwanted water weight. And then if you don't want to be social, this is where you can have your singles. So we have all of our IVs and the lymphatics in these as well. And we also do functional medicine. So functional medicine is a series of different blood works and tests that are going to give us a full entire blueprint of the entire body. How is every organ functioning? How is every system functioning? What is every toxicity level, sensitivity, gut health? You name it, we can look at it now. So instead of guessing, it's about working smarter, not harder. By having this blueprint, we can tell you exactly what you need to do in the club and also what you should be doing outside of the club, nutritionally, other self-care wise, and by making these little changes, this fixes everything. You know, this is probably one of the coolest things that I had in my practice and one of the coolest things we have in the club, because this is like a real annual physical. Not only to tell you what's wrong, but to tell you how to make you better. And no matter if it's a gastrointestinal problem, you know, a fatigue problem, an autoimmune condition, you name it, we can figure out, you know, what might be causing it. And it's so important because this is the future of healthcare. So in here, this is our meditation studio. When classes are in session, all the drapery will close. So it becomes this warm, intimate setting. And we do everything from sound baths, meditations, doctor-instructed stretch mobility classes, educational classes, but it also doubles as a cinema. So when classes aren't in session, the projector will drop, and for groups 4 or more, they can reserve the room and do what we call a watch and drip. So you can get an IV and watch a movie. And for things like NAD, which take a little bit longer of a drip, it's the perfect way to get the time to go by. And also, instead of going to the movies and having a soda and a popcorn, this allows you to do it in a whole new way. In the lobby, we also do a thing called Listen and Drip. And this is basically where we have a live jazz singer, and you can reserve a seat and get an IV while listening to some live music. And now to get to the most social place in the club. This is our bar. We like to call it temptation and toxin free because there's no alcohol here. So although we do have non-alcoholic spirits, these non-alcoholic spirits are really botanicals and things that we can infuse, high doses of certain vitamins to actually give you a buzz. But it also where we, have bar takeovers, tastings, happy hours, and it's also an event space. So whether it's Remedies After Hours, where you can rent the club after, or it's a corporate outing, or if you want to rent the club throughout the day, all of it's possible. But what you need to know is that no matter what the drink or what the snack is, everything's been vetted by us and everything's healthy here. And that was the close of your tour. Now it's time to enjoy your experience.